Right, we're back out on the project, folks, and look who's just turned up. Look, Gary's just turned up. He's got some work to do on this. Apparently the fork seals are leaking. Yeah, there's all oil on them, look. So he's got to do the fork seals on that, and you see it's all running down the front there, look. So that he'll be filming that on his Project Man channel, no doubt. I want to get inside, and I've been doing a bit of sandblasting. I'm trying to get the Fizzy sand tank sandblasted. I've done most of it at the moment. Yeah, he wants this hoist here cleared, so he wants to get that sorted out. This is all the Fizzy stuff there, as you well know, in these two boxes. There's the RSX 100 engine. There's the RSX 100 tank. So that's for the Fizzy as well.
Yeah.
So you're going to be moving this probably at an angle, I suppose, aren't you?
Yeah, just to get in, then we can push it back.
Yeah, so I'll leave you to do that then. So we've got to clear this bench down, obviously. Right, coming around here, let's show you where the Fizzy tank is, folks. As I say, I've been doing a bit of sandblasting. I've done most of it. If I just turn the light on in here, get this open. Let's get it out. I've left the final bit, which is the graphics. As you can see, I've taken the Yamaha badge off now, or the writing rather, but these have got to come off now. I've done everything. Look, the whole sandblasted tank underneath. Let's get you out here where it's a bit brighter. All that's all been sandblasted off now. So what I've got to do now is probably get a heat gun on here and take these stickers off, and then I've got to obviously put it back in the sandblasting unit and then get the yellow paint off underneath them. So I'm going to dig that out now, start work, get these stickers off, then that can go off then to be repainted. So I'm going to make a start on that. Right, hold on for a minute, let's have a look here. He might need a hand with this, hold on, bear with me. Right, let's try and get this bike in. Right, you ready? Okay. Back. Just hold it there, oh, go on in, back. Right, just hold it there for a minute, you got it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to bring that back round?
Yeah.
That better?
Ready?
There you go. Right, you want the straps for that now?
Yeah, because they're all going to be up straight when the front end's coming off.
Do you know where the straps are? Yeah, what I'll probably end up doing here is to move the two RDs and stand them along here, and the ramp then can go in the middle there.
Oh, yeah.
So that way it's easy to just wheel the RD out around the ramp, because that ramp, when you haven't got a bike on there, this moves about nice and easy. So I know they're sticking in the middle there at the moment, which makes it a little bit awkward, so that will be changed. And you'll need to pull that forward, I think, because, oh no, when you lift up it jolts backwards, doesn't it?
Backwards, yeah.
Yeah, so, right, where are they?
What?
The webbings, you want to get that strapped up now then, don't you? Right, that's strapped on, got a couple of straps at the back at the moment. Let's just get this up in the air. See where we are. Because you're going to be taking the front forks off, we got the like the jack under the engine to lift it up and take the weight of the front when we jack it up. Do you want to get that bar in the other side? I can put it in this side, I suppose, can't you? That it? Right, that's all right there, isn't it? We've got an extra 2 straps, so you might as well get it done. Hello, you've gone over the old blinking dog crap in there. You have to scrape that off before you do anything, because I won't be scraping it off.
Unbelievable.
Right, yeah, we just put an extra couple up there, folks. Better be safe than sorry. If you've got these things, you might as well make use of them. There we go. So Andy working on a bike at this sort of height, and we've got a couple of stalls there, obviously, so you have to pull that off, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
I've taught you, haven't I?
What a wally. I think they've been put on wrong.
No.
Yeah, you can't pull them out that way.
What have you done?
You're using them last, isn't it?
So yeah, all this is weeping out of there, look. You got new seals, you say? You're taking the forks off, you got new oil to go in?
Everything, yeah.
So this has got to be done. It's all running down there, actually. This is all sticky, look.
Yeah.
And did it fire up all right?
Yeah.
On its own steam, or did you have to jump start it?
No, it went all right.
And this is since, when's the last time you rode that? About 3 months ago? 4 months ago, maybe?
4 months, yeah.
There you go.
If you wanted it fired up.
Yeah, well, while he's doing that, I'm coming over here, folks, as you can see, to the Fizzy. It's left the sticky on the back there, so what I'll probably have to do, I might have to try and hinting that up and scraping that off afterwards to show the yellow paint underneath, but I'm just going to carry on, get the top of the vinyl off, and then we'll take that on afterwards. If not, I'll try sandblast it off. Right, okay, that's got most of it off. It even took off the backing paint as well, in most places. So I'm just going to pop this back in the sandblasting unit and just get that remaining bit off, and then it'll be ready for paint. Well, there we go, folks. That's the tank now fully sandblasted, cleaned off. All the decals are off it, so I'm well pleased with that. That can go off now to be painted. Then we'll apply the decals afterwards. Then it'll have a coat of lacquer over the top of it. So that's that one sorted. I've got these engine bars, which I'm going to do. I'm going to start digging out a few parts now. I'm going to strip the brake calipers down and all that. But before we do that, I've got these engine bars. I'm just going to strip down and powder coat in black, the way they was originally, and I'll get going with that now. Right, welcome to another day, folks, and I've sandblasted these now. As you can see, they've come out all right. They're ready for powder coating. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to look at the front braking system on the Fizzy. I've ordered a repair kit for the cylinder and also the master cylinder. Appears to be leaking. It's got some residue coming out of that. Hold on. So it's in a bit of a state. I've also ordered a new front sticker for the front of the badge. So this lot needs to be stripped down and disassembled so that I can powder coat it all. So let's get on with that. Right, okay, so we was able to blow the piston out with some compressed air. So I've just got to get that sealing ring out of inside there. Just lever that out. I think there might be 1 or 2 in there, I'm not sure. I have ordered the kit, as I said to you. There we go. Yeah, it looks like it needed changing anyway. God knows how long it's been in there. And I think there's one sitting below. There's 2 grooves there. But below, there's nothing in the bottom groove. I'm sure they come with 2 in there. Anyway, so that's that out of there. I'm just gonna look on the manual just to see how this thing comes out. If it does, it obviously does come out. Right, okay, I had a quick look at the manual and now I can see that there's 2 rubber bungs there which need to come out, and underneath them is some screws, I think, to get the bracket out. So let's try and lever these out. Hold on. There we go, 2 little round plugs there. Oh, I see, yeah, there's a couple of circlips in there as well, small circlips. So let's just hook these out. Oh, there we go. I'll carefully take out the circlips, hopefully send them across the workshop. There's one. And the second one. There we go. There we go, just put them on there. Right, now, how do these come out? I don't know whether you put a screw in them, there's a thread in there. I should have read that in the manual, let me have a look. 109, I've got the book here, look, book of words. Yeah, you put a bolt in there and then withdraw them. So, I'm going to find a bolt that fits in there. What about that one? Ah, there we go. That just screws into there like that. Now I've got to get a pair of pliers apparently and pull these pins out. Is that easier said than done? Now I've got a vice, but it's in the other workshop and it's not fitted. So, oh, here we go. There we go, that's not too bad, was it? There we go. And they've got a rubber seal around them as well. Now I've got to hold that and undo that. Screw out, there we go. The sacrificial screw. So that goes on there. Same with this one. Just take that in. And then a little bit of a lever just to get the rubber seal clear. They look a bit dirty them, so they can be cleaned up and I think lubed when they go back in. So that now, look at the way it goes in and comes out. That should pull out of there now. And there's brass bushings in there as well, so there you go, something to beware of. Right, I can probably leave them in there actually, I'm not sure, if I sandblast this and clean it up. And that's basically the caliper stripped down. And in there there's also some sort of clip in there as well, look. Remember the way that goes in, that way. Boof. Just take that bleed nipple out once more, which enabled us to build up pressure to blow it out with air. And then we can get these sandblasted. As I say, I'm pretty sure there should be 2 seals in there. So what I'm going to do first of all is just to whack a load of tissue in there, because I don't want to really damage the bore of that. So I'll whack some tissue in there and I can clean it out manually afterwards. I can clean all up to and around. Yeah, I'll just whack that right in the hole there. There we go. That gets that protected. And I think the rest should be okay there, to be honest with you. I don't think there's anything else in there that comes out. No, that's all alright in there. Right, so let's get these bits sandblasted. Okay, there we go. All blasted, cleaned out. I've put them in the sink with hot water and hot soapy water. Just going to blow them dry now. Get any final residue out of them. There we go. And I shall leave these overnight now and let them properly dry out. But before I actually powder coat these, what I'll do is to put them in the oven first. Clean them obviously with an acetone, or the brake cleaner is good enough actually, the carb spray or whatever. And then put them in the oven to heat up. Because they're aluminium, them parts, they tend to be porous and stuff comes to the surface. Cast iron you can probably get away with, but they've come out alright. The bores in the pistons and all that, they all look very good indeed, so they're fine. Right, okay, that's it. I'm going to clean the piston up. I'm not too sure exactly whether I'm going to be using this one yet, but it looks to be okay. There's only a bit of corrosion around the edge of it, but I have got a new seal kit coming. As I say, I'm sure there's 2 seals in that kit, and I'll wait until I get this before I decide whether or not to use this one. A simple job to replace even afterwards. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here for now, folks. Get this sorted out. And the next one you'll see, that should be powder coated, and we can move on with some other bits. Anyway, just a quick one, this one. I hope you've enjoyed this little video, tinkering video. I'm going to probably have to get another one of these lines made up, because that nut there is all rounded off there and it's tight on there. So I'll probably get another one of these little pipes made up there, or buy one, I'm not too sure yet. I've got the gear to do that. So we'll see that one in the next video. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Do check out my other videos and have a little look. I've got loads, well, over 1,000 videos of me doing different things on this channel, and I'm sure you'll find lots of stuff there to interest you. Anyway, thanks very much. See you in the next video. Until then, bye for now.